Hi, my name is Punjeet Bhullar, and I'm going to honor my wonderful older sister, Japji Bhullar. Japji was a smart, beautiful, mature, and responsible sister who always had a ready smile and an easygoing demeanor. Up to age 13, she was a regular child who enjoyed school and participated in many sports including swimming, soccer, and basketball. In fact, it was after a fall at a basketball game that gave us the first hint that something was not right. I'll read Japji's own words from a speech she wrote and gave at a Childhood Cancer Canada charity event at the University of Ottawa in 2017, which tells much of the story. When I was 13, I started having really bad knee pain. After months of thinking it was just hurting from a bad fall, I took a blood test and learned that I had acute lymphoblastic leukemia. That day, my whole world flipped upside down. Further testing found that I had an intrachromosomal amplification of chromosome 21. Because of this chromosome abnormality and my age, my cancer would be harder to treat. I was homeschooled that year while I received chemotherapy treatments. So once I hit maintenance and learned I could go back to school, I was ecstatic. After a year of being at school, that summer, however, my world came crashing down again. I found out that I had relapsed, and this time overcoming it would be harder and less likely. This time, in order to get cured, I had to receive a bone marrow transplant. I spent an entire year, day and night, in the hospital, trying to get into remission so that I could receive a transplant. Eventually, it became clear that chemo was not working to get rid of my cancer, so the new treatment was stopped. The oncology doctors at CHIO had to work hard to find another option for me. In January 2016, I was sent to St. Justina Hospital in Montreal, where I began CAR T-cell therapy, which was still in trial phase. Unfortunately, my T-cells were too damaged from all the chemo I have received, and once again the treatment was stopped and I was sent back to CHIO. It was then suggested that my parents take me home and put me in palliative care. Thankfully, my parents just wouldn't have that and fought for any other clinical trials and experimental drugs that could save my life. The doctors then found 2 possible drugs that might work. These drugs were still in the study phase and were never used in pediatrics, so the doctors had to get special approval from Health Canada. After the first drug failed, my family and I couldn't be any more desperate. Fortunately, after a couple of treatments of the last drug, I hit remission, and I was rushed to Montreal to receive a bone marrow transplant. My younger sister, who is 3 years younger than me, was my donor, and I owe my life to her. I'm happy to say it's been a year since I've successfully received my transplant, and I've been cancer-free. I'm also happy to say I'm back at school, and my life is slowly getting back to normal. I have to say I'm a product of modern research, and if it weren't for organizations like Childhood Cancer Canada that help fund research, I wouldn't be here today sharing my story with you. Japji gave many of these speeches as she wanted to help spread awareness of the importance of cancer charities to help fund research, the real help they provide, and how we, as a family, experienced how important a helping hand is when you get sick from no fault of your own. Sadly, Japji's cancer returned again in the fall of 2017, from which she could not recover, and she was taken on her birthday on February 28, 2018. We miss her.